Okay, so for today's lesson, we are going to have rational algebraic expressions. So, unsa di ay ning rational algebraic expressions? So, when we say rational algebraic expressions, it is more on like broader sides. So, ato sa siyang bahin-bahinon. So, we are going to start with the word rational. So, unsa day ng rational? So when we say rational, that is from the root word ratio, which means comparison of two quantities. So if you can still remember in your discussion of ratio when you were in grade 5, grade 6, and also maybe on grade 4 as well. So that is a rational from the word ratio. So moingon tag comparison, so meaning na siya'y duha ka quantities or we have two things that we are going to compare. Now, it can be used or it can be represented as your fraction. It can also be a whole number and a decimal. Okay, a rational could be represented in fraction, whole number, and also in decimals or decimals. As you can see here, natay 1/2, we have 17, and we have as well our decimal which is 0.5. So teacher, nganong nahimo siya og kanang rational? Nganong nahimo siya ratio ang kaning 1/2? Di ba ningon man ta nga we have comparison of two quantities. So as you can see, naa siya two ka quantities. Di ba ang naa sa babaw is 1, and then on the other side, that is 2. So naa siya comparison between two things. So that is for the representation of a rational. And then how about whole number nga 17, teacher? Di ba when we say whole number, di ba naman na siya ubos nga 1 or denominator nga 1? So we have here 17 over 1 siya if we're going to change it into a fraction nga form. And then how about sa decimals? Okay, so let's try to look at this one, kaning 0.5. Diba, if we're going to change 0.5, that is also 1/2 in fraction. So manang same ra na silang tulukas, basta ma-change siya into fraction form, that is a rational. Okay, nasabtan? Okay, yes, so very good. Now, let's go to our next word, di ba? Manata sa rationals or nasad ta sa algebraic. Okay, so when we have algebraic, it is the use of constants, which is the fixed numbers and variables. So when we say algebraic class, it is comprises already with number and then with letters. Okay, the constants there are the numbers, or shall we say the coefficients, and then the variables there are the letters, A until Z. You can use that one. So we have here examples, 3, x, y, x squared. Those are algebraic. Okay, those are algebraic. Now, nakuha na natong rational algebraic. So, kabaw na ta nga fraction form de ang rational. Ang algebraic kay na siya'y letters, na siya'y numbers, na siya'y coefficients, or na siya'y variables. Now, let's go to expressions. So, when we say expressions, it uses already the math symbols. So, what are these math symbols that we can use? It could be like plus, minus, multiplication, and division. Okay, those fundamental operations can be used here in algebraic, rational algebraic expressions. And then it's not uses equal or unequal, less than, nor greater than. So unsay meaning ani, we cannot use the greater than, this sign, the less than, this sign, and then the equal symbol. We're not going to use that one if it is expression. Okay? May-use ra na siya class kung equation na ang hisgutan. But if we are going to have expressions, only the math symbols we are going to use. Remember that one, expressions. Okay? Math symbols only. So we have there an example. 3 plus 9, x minus 17, 3x squared minus 2. As you can see, wala mo nakita dito nga equal symbol. Because expression raman siya, kung mayon tag expression, math symbols raman atong gamiton. Okay, nasabtan ra ba ang atong pagbuwag-buwag sa rational algebraic expression? Okay, that's great. Very good. So this time, teacher, ato na ni siyang iusa. Ato na ni siyang ato na yung subtune kung unsa gyud na ang word nga rational algebraic expression. So when we say rational algebraic expression, okay, please read Galasio.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please read the
A
definition.
rational algebraic expression is one which can be expressed as a quotient of two polynomials with a denominator not equal to zero.
Thank you, Cedric. So when we say rational algebraic daw, is one which can be expressed as a quotient of two polynomials which with the denominator not equal to 0. So di ba ningon ta sa rational kay pwede siya in fraction form, pwede whole number, pwede decimal. Because here in rational algebraic expression, kay naagid siya in the form of fractions. Okay? And then, ang kanang naa sa numerator o denominator must be algebraic expressions. So, unsa din ang algebraic expression? So, naa kay constant, naa kay variable. You will have there, for example, 3x over 2x. That is an example of a rational algebraic expression. So, you have to think lang, a denominator must not equal to 0. It's okay rang ma-equal to 1 siya but not equal to 0. And then, we call those 3x plus 1 like that as polynomials. If you can remember, that was our lesson in grade 7 and our lesson for the past 2 weeks or past 3 weeks. So, dapat polynomials di ay atong numerator, polynomials po ang atoang denominator. Okay? To form a rational algebraic expressions. So, expression, dili siya pwede og equal symbol, less than and greater than. Algebraic, dapat na siya mga x, na siya constant, na siya variable. And then rational, that is in the form of a fraction. So, let's look at this one. So, if we are going to have our rational algebraic expression na siya'y standard equation. So, we have here our P. So, P, that is your numerator part. So, it could be a polynomial and then over Q. So, your Q must not be equal to 0. So, as you can see, ang rational algebraic expression di ay kina siya sa form as fractions. So, in the form of fractions day siya. So, dapat ra gyud nga polynomials o polynomials ang ubos. Or it can also be ang kaning Q is not equal to 0. So, let's take a look first or let's look back. Unsa ditong polynomials, teacher? Okay? So, di ba, niingon man ta nga ang polynomial kay mo man na siyang algebraic expressions that can be used or can be based on terms. So, unsa ganito, if we have one-term class, what do we call our polynomial? Very good. That is monomial. How about if we're going to have two terms? Okay, that's great. We call that one as binomial. How about if we have three terms? Trinomial, wow. And how about if we have four terms? Okay, we have the multinomial. So, good job everyone. So, di ba, kaybaw na ta, aning unsa ning polynomial, basta na lang yun say plus o minus, or shall we say, expression po ang ato ang polynomial. So, now, since we remembered already our polynomial, so, unsaon na to pagkahibaw nga not a polynomial di ay siya. Unsa din ang mga not a polynomial. So, dili siya polynomial if naa siya'y negative exponent. Okay, remember that one. It's not a polynomial if it has negative exponent. For example, x raised to the power of negative 2. Or if you have x raised to the power of negative 4, negative 5, negative 100, not a polynomial right away. Okay? Sige daw. Luardo, can you give me an example of a not a polynomial? You can turn on your microphone. Okay, wala si Luardo. Now let's proceed with Elf, Asingo, Elton ngo. Can you give a not a polynomial? Okay, naaday si Elton Luardo. Okay, ang duha ka Elton na lang, sige. I tried to use my mic. We didn't hear you, Luardo. If you can, like, you can send na lang sa chat. Give me an example of not a polynomial. Okay, class, before mo musud sa klase, please make sure nga your gadgets are working. Okay? So that dili mo magka-problema later on. Fractional exponents. Let's give first kaning sa atong given lang usa diri nga we have negative exponents. Okay, at I think dili pa ready ang nana the answer si Luardo. We have 3x squared minus 2x raised to the power of negative 2. That is correct. So very good, Luardo. Okay, and the next one here, we have our x representation if that is not a polynomial. So we have here our variable inside radical sign. So if you have there your variable inside a radical sign, it's not already a polynomial. So for example, you will have there a square root of x. So when we say radical sign class, mo na siya ang square root. So anything nga mga variable nimo, square root of a, b, c, d, it's not already a polynomial. And then the third one, we have variable is the denominator. So 1 over x. So for example, ang imuhang example sa imong polynomial is 1 over x. Di na siya pwede nga variable lang. It should be like na siya tapad nga constant and then variable. Okay, but if variable ra, then it's not possible to be a polynomial. Okay. So far na ay questions? Or wala ra? Okay, none. Then for the last one we have here, variable has fraction exponent. So this is what Derek said, if we have a fraction nga exponent. Okay, di siya pwede nga na fraction nga exponent. You have there 1/2, 2/3, 3/4, 5/6. It's not a polynomial. So you have to remember these things, ha? You have to remember these things because in our rational algebraic expressions, we are going to use polynomial sa ato ang numerator, and we can also use polynomial in our denominator. So if you can remember, P over Q. Okay, we have P over Q. So atong numerator must be a polynomial. Dili siya pwede nga dili polynomial. Now class, now I have here some examples for you, and then please tell me if it is a polynomial or not a polynomial. Okay? Let's start with the first one. We have 3x squared plus 7x minus 2 over 4x plus 3. Okay, very good. So as you can see, ang atuang numerator kay polynomial, ang atuang denominator also is polynomial. And then since it is in the form of fraction, so can we say that this is rational algebraic expressions? Yes or no? Okay, good job everyone. Since polynomial man siya, so it can also be a rational algebraic expression. Okay, kay as you can see, naaman siya. Kung makita na gay nato class nga polynomial iyang numerator and then ang denominator kay dili lang equal to 0, and then in the form of fraction siya, so we can say that our example is a rational algebraic expressions. Okay, do you have any questions? Okay, none. That's good. Now, let's go to our next example. How about this one? Oops. Walay labot ang 5x plus 6, ha? Ari lang ta sa 1 over 2x plus 5. Is it a polynomial? Iyang both numerator o denominator. Okay. Na ini answer og no. Na ini answer og yes. And then na-stop na. Okay. Actually, this is a polynomial class. 1 over 2x plus 5. Ang kanang 1, polynomial na siya. Because a polynomial, if you can still remember, a polynomial could have a constant and could have a variable. So, kung wala siya variable, it's okay. And then we have 2x plus 5. 2x plus 5, that is a binomial, right? So, natay polynomial sa babaw, naputay polynomial sa ubos. So, this can be a rational algebraic expressions, yes or no? Okay, the answer there is yes. Kay polynomial man siya, polynomial ang ubos, so it can be a rational algebraic expressions. Okay, very good, everyone. Okay, so how about here sa atong next example? We have 5x plus 6. Polynomial ba ni siya, class? Yes, polynomials. Good. How about, can we have this one as rational algebraic expression? Ang 5x plus 6. Okay, na-answer nga mga no. Okay. Very good. So, now class, okay. So, actually, that is a rational algebraic expression. Okay. So, nga man, teacher, nga rational algebraic expression man siya. So, di ba, if we could, yes, pwede man di ay ang denominator kay 1. And, Hansel got it correct. So, di ba, niingon ta nga, a rational algebraic expression could be like whole number, could be fraction, and could be a decimal. So, let me show you this one. So, di ba, niingon man ta, sa to, 5x plus 6. So, you will have there 5x plus 6. Kung kana ra na siya class, meaning to say, wala siya denominator, di ba? Pero kung niingon ta, kung natay whole number dira, that is over 1. Ana na iyahang forma. So, this one could also be a rational algebraic expression. Ano, 5x plus 6 di ay, dili plus 1. So, rational algebraic expression gihapon siya class. Okay, nasabtan ra ba ang anong rational algebraic expression? Lobat ang phone ni Trisha. Always naman lang na class, maybe find ways. Last time pod maupod na ang reason. Pero sige lang, maybe mangita lang siya paagi. Okay. So, nasabtan ra? Nganong rational algebraic expression ra siya. Okay. And then the last one here, same naman sa example sa babaw. So, that is also a rational algebraic expressions. Now, this time, I'll show you the Jamboard and tell me if it is a rational algebraic expression or not. Okay? Okay. Put RAE or RAE in the chat if it is rational algebraic expression, and then put N if not. Okay, very good. Not siya, di ba? Because 0 ihang denominator. Okay, very good. Okay, next one. How about this? Is it RAE or N? Okay, good job. Kay di man ni siya polynomial class, di ba? Di man ni siya polynomial kay naman siya square root. Di ba nato sa not a polynomial, basta na square root, basta na fraction nga exponent, basta na negative nga exponent, o naapoy, itong sa, if naapod siya, denominator nga, variable ra. Okay. Kwan class, you have to kanang tan-awon jud ninyo maayo. Dili lang mo diretso answer kay sayang pod ang inyuhang mga na-learn if masayo pwede mo answer because wala mo kaklaro og tan-aw. Okay? Okay, last one. Okay, Rasia. Okay, very good, everyone. Sige, so you already know if that is a rational algebraic expression or not an rational algebraic expression. So, malan to siya class ha, ato lang yun gamiton ang polynomial o not a polynomial para ma-identify na to siya if that is RAE. Now, do you have any questions, class? Okay, none. So now this time, let's move to our next part of this lesson, which is we are going to evaluate rational algebraic expression. So when we say evaluate class, we are just going to simply replace the variable. Okay, so unsa din ang replace the variable, teacher? So let's have an example. So if we have example x is equal to 2. Okay, x is equals to 2. So we have here, ang ato ang given nga rational algebraic expression is 4 over x minus 2. So ang atong buhaton ana, uy, waday ko kapakita sa akong screen. Sorry. So, di ba niingon ta nga atong x kay equals to 2. And then ang ato ang given kay 4 over x minus 2, di ba rational algebraic expression man na siya. So, ang atong buhaton class is ato ra na siyang i-substitute ang ato ang value sa 2 dira sa imuhang x. So, ang mabuhat ana may mo siya 4 over x minus, unsa may tabo niya? X minus 2, right? Or, kung ato na siyang i-simplify, we're going to have, oops, sorry. That is 2 minus 2, right? So, as you can see, ako rang i-substitute ang 2 sa x. So, ato nang i-simplify class, that is 4 over, and then 2 minus 2, that is equivalent to 0. So, you have there 4 over 0. So, kung mag-evaluate the class, 4 over 0 is equivalent to 0 rapod na siya. Because that is undefined man. Basta na gani kay denominator nga 0, diretso na siya equal to 0, or shall we say that is undefined. Okay, but if walay undefined nga answer dito, you can replace it with 0. Okay? Pero undefined yun na siya class, basta denominator kay 0. So, mayroon mo, hala teacher, na 0 lagi ang denominator, dili na siya rational algebraic expression. Remember, ari na siya nagikan class. So, mo ni siya rational algebraic expression. Ang atong gibuhat is gi-evaluate na to. Meaning to say, nagkuha ta sa iyahang result. Kung mag-change ta sa iyahang variable, dili gikan sa 2. Okay? So, okay ra na siya bisag ma-0 na diha. Ang answer ana is undefined. Okay, nasabtan ba class? That is for our first example. Yes. Now, let's go to the next example. And that is 4x over x squared. Class, if you have questions, you can ask. You can put it in the chat. We have there 4x and then x squared minus 3. Minus 9. So, teacher, unsaon na siya? Same gihapon. Remember, our x here again is equal to 2 gihapon, ha? Equal to 2 akong gigamit. Pwede na siya ma-change class. Di na siya pwede permira equal to 2. Pwede 5, 10, 20, 100, any numbers. Manang tanaw ninyo ang given. Okay? So, ako sa siyang papason, ako siya balin sa pikas. X is equals to 2 na siya. Kung unsa gay mong x nga kuan diha, mora sa na mong i-transfer or mo na imong i-change. For example, ang gihatag diri kay h. So, we have there, yeah, she yan. Memo siya. Yes, sa denominator. Pero dili lang sa denominator ang atong i-change. Kaya naman sa tay x diri sa babaw. So, ato po na siyang i-substitute. So, may mo siya 4 times 2. Nga naman, di ba, x man eh. So, x is equals to 2 man daw. So, tanan na x diha, imo nang isang i-substitute. Oops, sorry. So, you will have there 2 squared minus 9. And then, simplify ni mo. 4 times 8. 4 times 2. Matag mo na akong answer. 8. And then, kani 2 squared, that is 4. And then, minus 9. So, di ba na kay 8 and then 4 minus 9. Final answer na ba ni siya? No. That is not the final answer. So, teacher, anong dili pa man siya final answer? Because, pwede pa man nato siyang ma-simplify. Di ba? Pwede natong ma-solve pa ning 4 minus 9. Pila man ang 4 minus 9 class? That is, okay, that is 5. Oops, not 5, but negative 5. Nga naman, 4 minus 9, di ba? Mas dako man ang negative. So, you have there 4 minus 9. So, that is negative 5. So, imong answer dira, it could be 8 over negative 5 or pwede na po na siya negative 8 over 5. Okay, that is the same. So, that is how you are going to answer or evaluate. Okay, now do you have any questions? Rational? Yan. Yan, naibabaw. Rational gihapon na if negative ang denominator. Class, mo ni siya kung gingon ganina nga. We are not talking here about the answer kung rational algebraic expression ba ang magawas or dili. Because kani atong ipakita diri sa evaluating is nag-solve ta if kung atong i-substitute ang iyahang x. Pero ang kani atong given class kay rational algebraic expression na siya. Ang kani atong answer diri, somehow we could say nga ang ihang manggawas nga mga result is whole number, or it can be negative, it could be positive. Okay? Diba, niyon ko ganina, like for example, diba kani kay, asa to? Diba kani kay 0 iyang denominator niya, diba kung ingon tag rational algebraic expression, kaya di man pwede 0 ang denominator. So, mo na siya class, nag-evaluate man ta ka, naghatag ta og value sa ato ang x. Bali ang 8 parehas na. Yes. Kay somehow man good if magsuwat ganita sa ato ang kuan. 'Di ba if magsuwat ta sa ato ang expressions kay it could be like naani ra man gud siya naa siya sa tunga ba. Manang same ra gyapon na siya class kay it will take part man sa both numerator and denominator. Okay? Yes. Okay, thank you. Sige. Now, this time, I want you to practice. Okay? How about this one? I want you to solve x is equals to 2 lang gihapon. And then this time, I'll give you a rational algebraic expression nga 9, x squared. Nani siya sa PPT class ha, and then wala lay solution ang sa PPT. Mano ako siyang gipakita sa Jamboard. So, x squared plus 2x minus 35. Wala kalisod sa mouse. 35 and then over 3x plus 4. I want you to solve pila iyang result by substituting the value of x. And then I want you to turn on your camera and then let me see your answers so that I will know what you're doing there. Okay, are you done? Okay, sige. If it's okay, I want to see your kuan lang, solution sa cam. Para makita ko if ang uban ba kay nag-answer ba sila. Kuan lang ko, curious. Sige daw.
Bye.
Bye, teacher. Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
teacher.
you,
Thank
Bye,
teacher.
you.
teacher.
Bye,
Thank
teacher.
you.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, teacher.